You're listening to the fucking BS Podcast Network.
Warning, the following contains explicit content.
Welcome to the Pure BS Podcast with your hosts, Ben Dorst and Stephen Dominguez. Sit back, grab a drink, and bullshit for a while. Take it away, boys.
Hey everybody, it's the Pure BS Podcast. I'm Ben Dorst.
Stephen Dominguez. And
so it's your podcast. You're supposed to introduce me.
No, oh my god, how many times have you done this fucking show? It's as much your podcast as it is our podcast.
Okay, well, the bonus shows are, but when we do your show, PBS, you always used to introduce me, and then I would butt in too soon. So this time I was waiting.
If I went on Science Faction, I would say, you guys would say, Stephen would say, this is Science Faction for 420. And I am your host, Stephen Dominguez, sitting currently with a butt plug in his ass 300 miles away from you, Devin Kraft, and I would go, Ben Dorst!
that's exactly how it would go. Welcome to episode 153, everybody. It's going to be a good one. So what the fuck's going on tonight, boys?
You know, it's another day, another dollar.
All right, good night.
Why are all three of us here?
Well, I was told that we were going to talk about the debate. There's apparently a presidential election going on.
Who does what now?
Stephen, I know you don't follow the news, but
no.
For the last 2 years, like a handful of people have been running for president. We've narrowed it down to 2.
Okay.
And in a month, we'll finally, hopefully, decide who it's going to be.
Is this the raccoon everyone's talking about?
Yes. Stephen, can you name their running mates?
The running mates?
The potential. So if the orange-faced raccoon or Cankles gets donked off while they're president,
I'll even give you a hint. Their first names are similar to names of Giants players.
How the fuck is that supposed to help me? Okay, so it's going to be Trump and batter number 52. And then I can't. I don't know the running mates at all. Sorry.
Do you read the news, Stephen?
I don't. Not really. It's depressing.
Ever?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I do, but I play it up here for the show a little bit.
So the debate happened. Did you guys see how many people watched the debate?
I think it was around 85 million.
85 million.
About 85 people. They're all old living in Florida.
It was the lowest rated Monday Night Football game in like 20 years.
Yeah, this is some important shit. I even tuned in and watched the damn thing.
Yeah,
And
so Stephen, did you watch the entire thing?
I did. I missed the first like 20 minutes because we're doing dinner with the kid. But but I watched it, all as much as I could. I mean,
I figured Martine would want to watch too. Did she?
When she could, yeah, she watched it.
Cool.
It happened to be right during Emily's nap time or bedtime and everything, so it was a bit of an issue there, but we got it covered.
Well, I'm sure Martine was all in because Martine's a big political junkie too, isn't she?
Well, yeah, but I think at this point, like, there is no choice.
Oh. Wait, hey, we should say happy birthday to Marsh. It's Marsh's birthday, apparently.
It is?
He says best birthday ever in the chat.
Should we sing? No, we can't sing it. It's copywritten.
No, you can sing happy birthday.
What day is today? It's Marsh's birthday. What a day for a birthday.
Let's all have some cake.
We just freestyle that shit.
So that's what we're going to, the majority of this show, and then the bonus show is going to be...
Bonus show? Bonus show.
Yeah, we might do a bonus show after this, too. Imagine that.
Yeah. So everyone, what we're going to do here, we're recording this regular episode, all nice, fine, and dandy. We're streaming on YouTube, as we are wont to do now. But then we're going to keep going. But the only way you're going to get the rest of that is if you are a patron. So, listen in and we'll leave you on a real good cliffhanger. And then you can go to patreon.com/BS Podcast Network, throw down $1 and get the rest of the chat.
So either the first half is going to be really good and you're really going to listen to the second half, or the first half's going to be crap and we're going to promise you the good stuff's in the second half.
Yeah, you'll just have to pay $1 to find out what we did.
Yep.
See if we fucked you or not.
Okay, can I play a game with you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 fingers.
It's only 2, but that's okay.
You must have big fingers.
I know neither one of you guys are hip-hop guys. You guys don't listen to a lot of hip-hop, right? Correct?
Not really.
No.
Some, but not really.
I mean, if they're not white, then Devin doesn't listen to them.
or screaming and playing a giant guitar. Anyways, so I am into the hip hop, as the people on the street say.
Wait,
the streets.
Hold on, I'm gonna respond to Nero real quick. No, we're not gonna be streaming it. We're gonna turn the stream off. It's just gonna be for patrons.
We're gonna figure
You're
out.
kidding, right?
No. And we're not going to stream that because that's be on YouTube. People would just go to YouTube and not pay us $1. Fuck that.
All right.
Why do you want it to be free, Devin?
Well, not that many people are really going to watch it on YouTube. I think it's not going to really hurt our sales very much.
Right now, we're getting about 20 views per video on YouTube.
That's more than we have on Patreon.
That's
Patreon.
more patrons. It's more views and patrons we have. Yes, Marsh, we can make it private, but fucking give up the $1, man. Come on, it's $1.
He's a patron, isn't he?
I don't know, is he?
I think so.
You're a patron, man. If you're a patron, what are you bitching about?
If you're not, fucking give up $1.
Well, he's going to have to wait till we post the episode.
I'll post it real fast. Be easy.
Okay.
Anyways,
So hip hop.
That's the game.
Yeah.
hip hop music. You guys don't. Neither one of you guys listen to it, but I. So there's this YouTube video that's out there, and if you guys have seen it, stop it because the game won't be very fun. Have you guys seen the song "Rich Chigga"?
No.
No, I have not.
Is that about a bug that had the fortune with the lottery?
No, those are chiggers.
Isn't that what you said? I thought you said chigger.
I said Chigga.
Oh, very different.
So I'm gonna play a song,
Okay.
and I want you guys to let it play for like I don't know 45 seconds,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna pause it, and I want you guys to give me a reaction, and then I'm gonna send you a YouTube video of said song, and I want you guys to watch it, and then I want you guys to give me your reaction. You guys
Okay.
ready?
Sure.
In the morning, pop shells for a living and berry gon' smell blood trail every minute. Road wave when you niggas won't fail. When I hit him, every time I see a pig, I don't hesitate to kill him. Ain't nobody give a fuck about a rule. Either get diplomas or a tool. I'm a cool with my youngest smoke blue. When I was bringing this cage, you fuckers fucking gang. Affiliated with nothing but my name.
The fuck is this?
Give a fuck about a motherfucking pole. I'ma pull up with that stick it. Hit your motherfucking dog.
Okay. All right. Can we be done with this? I'm done with this now. What the fuck is this?
So this is that's the song is called Rich Chigga.
Okay.
This song has 17 million views on Twitter or on YouTube.
Okay. Is the video part of it like naked girls?
Okay.
Wait, did he just say thick cock?
Yes, dude. This fucking song.
I missed out. I couldn't tell what the fuck he was saying. I'm no
If
good
you're
at that.
into hip hop, he has really good flow. The fucking rhymes really good. Like everything about this song makes you go, God damn, this guy actually fucking knows what he's doing. Okay.
Okay. So
Now-
what was the game?
I'm going to send you guys the actual video of said Rich Chigga, and I want you guys to play it, and then
How do I
look at it and tell me what you think.
How the fuck do I get to my? Oh,
It's in Sky. Sent it in Skype. You should be able to just hit play right there.
yeah, but it's not gonna work for me.
What?
Oh, it's fine. I'll look it up here. Okay. What's the name of the song?
Rich Chigga by Dat Stick.
Okay. Shot by Garcia Andy.
Devin, are you listening to it? Are you watching it?
Is this Pouch?
Devin's quiet now. Why can't we hear Devin?
He's just smiling.
No, he's talking.
No, I turned off my mic when I was listening, so the sound wouldn't go through.
No, let it go through. Let it go through.
It seems like an SNL short. Like this is what they would do on SNL.
No, this is a legit fucking video and song.
But they know that they obviously don't fit the stereotype of what you'd expect seeing this video, like with the song.
So hearing it, does it even relate close to what you thought it would look like?
No, not at all.
I mean,
they're way too yellow.
Oh, Steven's played it on our YouTube feed now.
Yeah, I put up a little bit just so people know what the hell we're talking about. All right.
That's cool.
In the background fucking waving the gun.
So is that them? Is that the rapist? Or,
Yes,
or is
that's
that
them.
just...
That's the real artists doing it.
Yes,
That's
they're
that's
singing
the-
the song.
Oh, okay.
That dude.
That's
I'll
awesome.
bring it back up. I want these guys to come on the fucking show because this guy's fucking. I mean,
And you don't wanna fuck with a chicka like me when I pull
you don't want to fuck with a chicka like me.
Well, what is is that like a... I mean, I don't want to say the words, but...
It's a
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought it was just some new hip hop slang being thrown around. But now that I see the people in the video, I get what that word actually means. Which, is that a new thing, or is that something that's been?
I've never heard the word chigga, and I don't even know if we're allowed to say it. I'm saying it right now. I've said it like 6 times. Chigga.
If I have to go back and bleep every single one of those, I'm
You don't
pissed.
have to bleep it.
So, my question to you two is:
Okay, wait. Before this, so I was about to go to Urban Dictionary to look up Chigga, right?
Yeah,
But because I just Googled
chigga.
Rich Chigga YouTube, the autocomplete was Urban Dictionary. Well, first was Urban Outfitters, Urban Dictionary, and then the next one is Urban Dictionary Chigga. So we're not the only ones with these questions.
What does your dictionary say?
Let's see. What people call, quote, Asians who were influenced by urban hip hop culture, unquote, when it means, quote, Asians who want to be black, unquote. They say chigga because of the ch in Chinese and the igga from nigga.
So it's like wigga.
They think that any Asian who likes hip hop is dying to be black.
So it's like wigger, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, that's not. We can say that.
I mean, we can say anything we
can
want.
say it, and I think
but-
wigger is meant to be like a derogatory term, also.
So, but since they use chigga, is it not derogatory?
No, I think. Well, I've never heard it used in context other than the song we're talking about. So I don't know if people, because I think the wigga is used if there's a white guy trying to be black. It's kind of used as like, hey, don't try to be something you're not. Which
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's always used in a negative connotation. I don't know if chigger is used like the N version
it's
of
not
it.
chigger.
It's not chigger, you white motherfucker. Chigga.
Chigger is definitely derogatory.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't mean. I was just trying to talk about the words themselves.
So
anyway, I don't know if it's ever used as like a what would you call it when the N word is used by people who are able to say it?
I don't know.
In a positive way.
You
A term of endearment.
You call that a rap song. According to Urban Dictionary, like the little example is guy 1. Look at that Chinese guy rocking fat farms. What a chigga. And then
So it's a bad thing.
And then guy 2 says, no, he just likes hip hop. That Chinese guy yelling black pride. That is a chigga.
Oh, so it's like the
So it's the same
white
as
guy,
the wigga thing.
the white guy that's wearing like the Africa continent around his neck. That is a wigger. The white guy who's into just like hip hop and the culture, that's a wigga.
Sure. I don't know. I can't comment on any of this. I feel extremely uncomfortable. Where's Iota? Iota, help us.
Hey, we haven't said the N word yet. None of us have.
What, nigger? No, we're not allowed to say that.
There you go.
We can't
Are
say
you
that.
with that?
I should. Hey, look, Iota's in the chat. He's there. Iota, are we okay?
Oh,
Are we allowed to talk about this?
Is he C-Mac?
Yeah. That's Iota.
We can't say his real name on the show.
Well, I mean, we could.
I mean, I
but,
dropped his real name like 1,000 times, but
Yeah, you
but you know what?
drop it
Like,
like a hot
God, we
potato.
should play. See, now I want to play it for Iota.
With the song?
Yes.
He's been here. He says, "Yeah, all good." See, we're fine. Iota says we're good.
That's okay.
Everything's
Iota,
fine.
have you ever heard of Chigga?
Well, it's not like I just summoned him when I said his name. I think he's been here for a while listening.
Oh well, then.
Oh, he
Can we go?
I don't know if he has.
Whenever I yell into the background, he pops up like a genie.
Nah, he just heard you drop an N-bomb, then he fucking ran.
He heard it through the internet and said, "These white fucks."
Oh shit! White people are dropping N-bombs. I gotta go. Gotta go, honey.
I gotta go beat ass. I'll be right back. All right, do you have another song for us?
No, that was it.
I thought we were going to talk political tonight. What happened?
No, here's what I thought that was funny about this.
Yeah.
And it kind of will lead into
We got the Negro badge of approval. Okay. Wow.
Devin's the whitest person ever, too. So,
I look wider on the YouTube feed. It washes you out.
No, it tells the truth is what it does, Devin.
it's exactly what it is.
You kind of look like you're wearing makeup.
I need to go put on some like bronzer like Trump.
Orange face raccoon. What is that? What is this XD experience?
That's another podcast on the BS Podcast Network. Go to bspodcastnetwork.com and click on XD Experience to experience all things XD.
I think he was asking us if this was XD experience. I think he's probably there. It's okay.
Well,
I get it.
I plugged.
My question was more like when I was playing this, I thought it was funny because when you hear the song, it doesn't sound like 5 or 1 Chinese dude, really. There's another Chinese guy that kicks in later and raps. It's kind of, it's an interesting way to, and I saw a bunch of reaction videos of it online too, where people will just like play the song for people and then play the video and people would be like, what is this? And just wild out on it because he sounds like a brother.
I think the biggest part of it is his size, like not even his race. I think if he was like buff and had some tats, even as an Asian guy, I think he could pull off that persona. But it's the fact that he's skinny and wearing a pink polo shirt. Like he's playing into the like disconnect between the music and what he looks like.
Yeah,
he knows it's definitely a conscious choice to do that because he knows it, and it worked. I mean, you wouldn't be showing us this video if they hadn't done something like that.
Yeah, Iota's asking for the song. I just want to play a little bit of it again for you, okay, Iota? Because I like it. I've listened to this song like 100 times in the last 2 weeks.
In the morning, pop shells for a living and berry gon' smell blood trail every minute road wave and you niggas no fair when I hit him every time I see a pig I don't hesitate to kill him and nobody give a fuck about a rule either get diplomas or a tool I'm a cool with my youngest smoke blue when I was bringing this cage you fuckers fucking gang affiliated with nothing but my name man I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking bro I'm a puller with that stick
I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking po.
Is that what he just said?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you can't tell me that that's less legible than a fucking Trivium song.
Oh, we're going to bring Trivium into this?
All right, I guess we're going to bring Trivium into this.
So you guys wanted to fucking review? Iota says, not bad. I like the flow. Iota, that is the Chinesiest motherfucker you ever see in your entire life.
Chinesiest?
Oh, you're right. And that's true about Trivium, too.
Yeah, that's another Asian guy. Holy
Japanese.
shit, we're breaking fucking barriers.
Japanese, and he's American Japanese, but anyway.
Whatever, it's the same thing.
So
it is not the
let's
same
talk about the
thing.
debate.
Speaking of racism, there was a presidential debate recently.
Oh.
Segue. Wait,
do you guys really think he's racist?
Yes. Do you have an ad to play real quick, though? Can you do that?
I can.
Yeah, just play an ad real fast.
Tired of being openly ridiculed for your desires of depravity? Say no more. Go to the Pure BS Podcast Network homepage and click on the Amazon link and support them in secret. No one will ever know. Except for them.
That was too low, wasn't it?
It was fine. It works.
Okay.
But Marsh, I edited that one in the other thing. It's not the Pure BS Podcast Network. It's just the BS Podcast Network. But there you go. Happy birthday.
Iota agrees with me, by the way. He says Chinese, Japanese, they all look alike.
Can you play That's Racist for me, please?
Yeah, where's the That's Racist drop?
Thank you. By the way, in the chat a while back, Marsh did say that he was going to donate $5 to our Patreon because he's a sucker for bonus special stuff. So, thank you, sir. And since Iota's on listening to us, our buddy Marsh, who's in the chat with you right now, he just recorded that thing we just played. Record one for us from you. Do that shit.
Iota texted me earlier today, and he's fucking down to get his podcast going. So,
right on.
Look for that coming soon to the BS Podcast Network.
Nice.
We got to bring some color.
Cool. Let's talk about things. Do I think that
racist?
That is racist. You asked if we thought Donald Trump was racist?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe he's actually racist.
Devin, do you think he's racist?
It depends on how you define racism. I don't think he's overtly racist. I think he's so dumb he doesn't understand that what he does and says is racist. So I don't think he's consciously like, I hate people of this color or nationality. He just says, they're Muslims are terrorists. Let's not allow the Muslims in the country, and doesn't realize how dumb that is and how racist it actually is.
Is that
if you had a bowl full of Skittles, would you eat one would you eat all the Skittles if they were poisoned? I listen to science fiction, quote unquote, because I have to.
You do.
Okay, well. Yeah.
I would have just said, fuck that Chia Pet looking motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's another theory that I kind of like, that he isn't really a conservative. He's been a Democrat most of his life, and he doesn't know what he's doing running for president. And so he's trying to win the traditionally conservative states, and his dumb perception of what it is to be conservative is to be racist. And so he is like overdoing it, thinking that's how people who are conservative actually think. So he's a caricature of what he thinks conservatives are.
So you don't think he really wants to build a wall between us and Mexico?
Again, I think I have a very low opinion of him, not just like his policies, but him as a person. I think he's really, really stupid.
Yeah, he is.
And I mean, he's smart with all his sales pitches, and of course he wouldn't be where he's at if it wasn't for him having some, something that got him there. But I think as intellectually, I think he's very just not interested in learning anything. So I think he offhandedly said something about building a wall. It stuck, and he's like, all right, well, that's my sales pitch. I'm sticking with that because that's the winning thing. So.
And he can't.
I don't think he gives a damn about building a wall at all. But I think he's going to try to do it when he gets in office because he's said so much about it. Although who knows? I mean,
you just said when, not if.
Oh,
yeah.
That's how the Trump wins.
Yeah, you just get so used to it. That's also true. You get so used to the weird crap he says that he says something new that's crazy, and you're like, yeah, that's Trump. Although, and you take any one thing he said and any other candidate that would have got them out of the race.
Yeah.
So Nero just said on the comments, he said there's another theory that he will drop out of the race to prove a point that he could use the media to gain extreme power, then start up his own and put Fox out of business.
His own cable company. A lot of people have been saying that. I don't think he's going to drop out. I think he's going to
drop out.
It's way too late to do that now. He's going to go up to the election, but
if he was down in the polls, like if he wasn't at 50% or whatever he's at, he might have, dropped by now. Just be like, oh, look, I did real good.
I don't think he would even.
People have been saying that since the beginning, though. I think at this point he's got to at least see it through and just be a loser. Because if he drops out, then he's really admitting this was just all a way to troll the Republican Party. I think he's going to go up. He'll be there during election day. He's not going to drop out.
I mean, I don't want to bury the lead. Devin, do you think he's going to win? Just out of curiosity, before we start talking about how.
No, I genuinely don't think he's going to win. I don't think it's as much of a lock as it should be. If you look at the polls,
he's leading in a lot of polls.
Well, he's not. Well, now today he's not leading in like national polls. He's a couple points down. Hillary did have a much bigger lead before her whole all the health issues and more, all her scandals coming back. But like if the election was held today, the chances are that Hillary would win, but it's not. Just the fact that it's almost a 50-50 chance is what's scary. That you would think that with how crazy Trump has been, that it would be, 70-30 or 80-20, but it is actually close to a 50-50 chance. So I'm not going to rule out that he wins, but I think that when it comes down to what it takes on election day, like having an organization on the ground to get people to the polls and having all of the stuff in place that actually, gets you elected, he doesn't have that. And he's shown that he's not willing to do any of the traditional stuff that it takes to be president. So, I think that when it comes down to it, even if he was even in the polls, he's going to lose just based on the ground game alone. I'm hoping.
Steven, say what Iota just said in the chat.
As much as I hate him, his wife would get it 2 times.
Have you seen Ivanka?
Yeah, his fucking daughter is butt hot. That's why he's always slapping her on the ass.
He said he would if she wasn't his daughter, he'd be dating her. Yeah, I mean, I can't really fault him for that.
We talked about it on Real Stupid at length, and we had Paul on that episode, and Paul thoroughly believes that Trump wants to fuck Ivanka.
I mean, if the daughter's hot.
So anyway, let's get. So how about this? So Steven, you watched the debate. You're not really into politics. What was your impression overall of the debate?
My impression was that Hillary's a politician and Trump is a fucking
lifelong
joke.
Politician. She's been in office for essentially, almost 20. Well, I mean, Bill was governor of Arkansas before he got elected president. So she's been at this game for 35, 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a politician and Trump's a big fucking joke. He just because, as we've said at length on these podcasts, I don't follow, stuff, that closely. So just from this one debate, this is the most I've watched of either of these people ever. And the impression that I got is that, Hillary's a politician, which that's why I haven't voted for years and years. It's because politicians are politicians. They say stuff, they kind of mean it, they want to do good, but there's things holding them back and blah, 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 and, give and take and all that. It's politics. Okay. Trump is just a giant asshole. He was rude. He was, making snide remarks. He was interrupting her.
She was doing the same shit though. I mean, if we're going to talk, I'm protecting.
I'm telling you what I saw.
Okay.
Just the way that he held himself. I mean, there's politicians. I mean, when there's a debate, you're going to talk over each other and they're going to respond and back and forth. But when she's saying stuff and he's just over there like, no, not true, no, like wrong. Yeah. All that nonsense. It was
never said that.
Just unprofessional, right? That was just completely an unprofessional thing to do. And then, what I liked was when Hillary was like, if you go to my website and, the fact checker thing, which I thought was great because Trump throws out 50 things. Half of them make sense. A lot of them are non sequiturs, and somewhere in there maybe is an answer to whatever question it is. And it's like, you gotta slow him down to say like, wait, did you answer it? Did you just bring up 5 other things? What's happening here? And, all that shit needs to be broken down. I could understand Hillary's stuff. I could understand what she was saying. Did I agree with all of it? I don't know. Most of it, I guess.
You think she's going to be a good president?
What?
You think she's going to be a good president?
I think she will be an adequate president.
But so are you voting for her because she's going to be a better president than Trump, or because you don't think she's going to be a good president?
I think she'll be adequate.
At all?
Well, actually, announcing here on the Pure BS podcast, first time, I have for the one and only time my entire life, I am now registered to vote. I finally registered because this shit cannot stand.
Because it's not a yes vote for Hillary, it's a no vote for Trump.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's because that is a horrible human being. That man is just a terrible person. And I don't know anything or much about like his real policies and his plans and stuff.
Nobody does. He does. Not even joking. He doesn't actually have any.
He has zero. And if
he has
you look
advisors who have written stuff that is on his website, but him personally, he doesn't know what that stuff says. And he when he gives answers to things, frequently it contradicts things he has put in his own platform on his website.
Yeah. So he doesn't know. It's obvious that he doesn't know what he's doing. Plus he's an asshole. So those two things combined, and I'm just fucking flabbergasted at the people who are like, go Trump. Like, what? Just fucking what? So I really want to make sure that shit doesn't happen.
You know, Stephen, I think that, and Devin, I think you would agree with me because Devin and I did that political show, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, but it was during the primaries. And I think in a lot of ways, and I'm not saying I endorse this one way or the other. All I'm saying is that this is how the reason people are voting. A vote for Trump isn't necessarily a vote for Trump. It's more of a vote against the status quo.
Yeah.
Right.
It's against the system.
Yeah, I could see that.
This is the best way to fuck over the government. Like, I can't. It's the thing where everybody
you want to be fucked,
has a
you vote for Trump. If you want to be fucked, you vote for Trump. That'll just fuck everything
Everybody
up.
has a positive or generally positive opinion of their own congressman, but Congress as a whole has like a 20% approval rating. Yeah. It's always that way because people hate the system as a whole. And even if you hate Trump and you just want to, you literally just want to blow up the system. You want to see what's going to happen if you just put someone in there who's going to go nuts and they're going to have to deal with it or make something new for better or worse. It's like kind of a nihilistic vote in a way. I want to watch it all burn. You know, he's who the Joker would nominate for president. So,
and then he would assassinate him immediately afterwards just to prove it.
Yeah. And you know, it's one of those things that I think it would be really interesting if he got elected. And in one huge way, I think that it would prove that this style of government that we've been living under for the last 200 years, does it work or not? Right? Because it's 2/3. Like he's 1/3 of a 3-piece pie.
Yeah.
And how much power does the president really have? He can go in there and he can say, "I want to put a wall between." Devin, what are you fucking doing?
We can see
this
you
is
now.
the stuff I normally do when there's no camera on. I'm just like playing with shit on my desk.
But he could go in there and he could say, "I'm going to build a wall between us and Mexico," and Congress can just be like, "No, you're not, motherfucker. This is what we're fucking doing." You know what I mean? So it would be really. Do I want it to happen? Of course not. Because if it happens, the fucking the military is going to come down and bang my door down and fucking take my kids and my wife and deport them to fucking Mexico.
So I think one of like you said, you're right that it would be interesting to see how the other two branches of government reassert themselves because the presidency has been getting too much power. Mm-hmm. And so hopefully someone like him, yeah, you're right. It would test checks and balances. Are we really going to, put those in place and really strongly fight against the president? Nothing would get done, which is kind of like the downside of it. We get to test out our constitutionally limited democracy, but then we'd have 4 years where no major legislation's passed and, you'd get no funding for the wall or any other crazy project, which would be good. But again, nothing would happen. It would be entertaining. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest things that, okay, if Hillary loses, at least we're going to have a very interesting 4 years. Plenty of late night monologues to listen to every day and watch because they're going to be talking about Trump nonstop.
You see what Iota just put in the chat?
You read it this time.
Yeah, I'd be bringing you nightly dinners within a year. Real talk or in a gas chamber.
I like what Marsh said. 2016, Trump becomes president. 2017, we're playing Fallout real life.
I just don't think it's going to...
So that's the big thing, though. We can joke about it and all this other theoretical stuff, but the biggest part of it is the president actually does have pretty much, as I understand it, sole control over what we do with our nuclear arsenal. He alone can launch nuclear weapons.
Can I point something out to both of you?
What?
Sure.
Someone that is essentially Trump has been president or prime minister of Russia for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened.
He's invaded plenty of countries.
Just as sexist. He is just as
I would have to disagree with you a little bit. I think his personality, maybe, but I think his knowledge of global politics.
Oh, I mean, he definitely kills Trump, but I mean, Trump's going to have a huge cabinet.
If you're comparing him to Putin and saying, well, Putin hasn't used nuclear weapons, so Trump won't. Putin at least has the knowledge of knowing what would happen if he launched nuclear weapons. Trump doesn't. I mean, he would. I could see him thinking, all right, obviously it's going to be bad and there's going to be repercussions, but fuck it, let's see what happens. Putin wouldn't do that because he knows, okay, well, you know, the U.S. is going to counterstrike and then all these other countries are going to come in and the whole world's going to go to hell. Trump wouldn't care, though.
I can't believe that there's.
Based on what he said, he wouldn't care. But that's the thing is, if we can't trust what he's saying, because 90% of the time it's just a flip it.
No, flimp it. You were right. Flimp it.
Offhanded remark where he's just saying it just for the fun of it. It's like, well, now we don't even know what you'd really do because 90% of what you say is just a joke.
I think a lot of what Trump does, and again, I'm just playing devil's advocate, really.
That's fine.
But I think a lot of it is, I hate to say this, but a lot of it is shtick. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you're right. He's playing into the character.
Yeah, he's a character.
He's playing to his audience, which are the people that want a different type of government. The people that are sick of what's been happening. And
he's cutting a promo.
See that.
And I don't mean to burn it down to like a wrestling term, but that is really what he's doing. It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin walking out in the ring with a microphone and cutting a promo. You know, I can't believe that he would fucking push the button. He's just saying that shit because people want to hear that. And the thing you hear every time he speaks, I'm a winner. I win big. All he cares about is winning. I don't think he's looked 6 steps past if he actually wins. I think he's going to wake up on, November 12th and just be like, holy shit, I'm president of the fucking country. Because Cankles was too fucking stupid to run against me.
Yeah. Again, back to he doesn't actually want to be president. This is all just a stunt that got out of hand.
Yeah.
And he's gonna. I think he would feel that way, and he doesn't have any idea what being president is actually about. But he wouldn't. It's not like he would resign. He'd probably just basically leave it up to his advisors, and you'd have the Republican Party as a committee running the country.
He'd be a figurehead out saying a bunch of shit, and then the party afterwards going, no, that's not actually what's going to happen. He just likes to say stuff.
Yeah,
it's so mad at me in the chat right now. She's like, what?
Okay, so actually, if we want to get back into the debate, I just outlined some of the things that came up. There were quite a few, but one of the most interesting, one that's been talked about the most in the last day or two is the whole Miss Universe thing, which has nothing to do with any actual policy, but it was brilliant. This was absolutely planned by Hillary days or weeks in advance to throw that in.
Of course,
because you gotta give him back the medicine he's going to be putting out.
And she's a master debater. But I was
wondering if you've heard since then, she put out a video that's like a documentary style interview with this woman. Yep. Apparently she's famous in Central America, and she's
like a weather girl or something, right? Or she's a news broadcaster.
What was her name?
I don't know if she might be, but I know she's been in the media. She was on like the Big Brother of Mexico, or maybe not Mexico, probably Venezuela. I think that's where she's from, but
I feel like she's in she's either telenovelas or she's a news broadcaster, one of the two. But
she's famous enough for there to be porn websites that claim they have videos of her when they don't. It's like a stand-in.
What do you guys know what her name is?
Miss Piggy.
Miss Housekeeping.
Miss Piggy? Housekeeping.
She's Miss Universe, right? Miss Universe Colombia?
1990s.
Actually, I Googled Miss Housekeeping, and the first thing that came up in the news, meet Alicia Machado, the pageant queen Trump called Miss Housekeeping.
That's her, yeah.
So, yeah.
She's hot as balls.
Yeah,
Oh.
she was hot.
I mean, if you're
And
gonna,
I think
if
she
you're gonna
looked better
be in-
when she put the 12 pounds on.
I was just gonna say, I bet Ben, for you, you're probably like, yeah, put on those pounds. That's awesome.
Put on 20 more.
Wow.
What, Steven?
No. I'm looking at the article. That's what I was saying. Wow about.
I like
I-
a girl with big ass and thighs. What do you want me to do?
Nothing.
I bet Hillary has a few more of those things lined up for the next couple debates.
She probably
What did
has
you think-
fucking 30 of those things lined up. I mean, this
Yeah,
is a
and
fucking asshole.
When he dropped that line, it was like, I have something I can say about you guys, but I'm just not going to do it. And she's like, well, I'm too good to do that. It's like, motherfucker, we all know what you have in your pocket. Why don't you just come out and say, hey, why did Bill get a blowy in the fucking Oval Office?
She probably wants him to say something like that.
She probably
does.
she probably
It's all
has
part of her style. Like her approach is definitely stand back, let him look like an idiot. Don't let him get under your skin because your whole thing is you're the reasonable, calm one. So let him go off, and he's going to be way worse the next debate. After
You think
being
so?
told in the media for 2 weeks that he did terrible, he's going to come off insane. He's just going to come off attacking. It's going to be even better. It's going to be way more entertaining.
I think the third one's going to be the one that's going to tell us what's going to happen. And I honestly, I think we're going to learn more about the candidates in the vice presidential debate. It's going to happen. Is it next week? The 9th, right?
It's next Tuesday. It's on the
no one's
4th.
going
I
to watch
think.
it. No one's going to watch it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
definitely going to watch it, but it's not going to have ratings like the presidential debates.
It's not going to do 85 million. The next one, the next presidential debate might do 120 million.
Well, it's on a Sunday.
Oh, it's going to kill. Oh, it's going
Which
to
is
kill.
good, but it's during football.
This
again.
one's not against football.
I know. What's with that? But
But it's, if you listen to Trump, it's a conspiracy.
yeah. Well, and I think if Trump gets beaten as bad as he did the first debate or worse, there's a good chance he's like, it's not even worth doing the third one. I'm not going to do it. It's rigged against me. I'm not going to do it.
Do you think he got
I
beaten?
see him doing that.
What?
Of course he did.
Really?
Yeah. He
What do the
stood up
polls
there
say?
and just said a bunch of nonsense.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
What do the polls say?
We'll say she won.
The CNN poll said that she won.
Well, I think that's one of the only scientifically conducted polls about it. All the other ones that say Trump won are like internet polls. Like they're not
but
actually.
How is that not so if the debate is winning the public's opinion, then isn't that the most scientific way to decide if somebody won a debate or not?
A scientifically conducted poll with a random sample, yeah. But not an internet poll.
If it's just people going on and voting, who
That's
won
not
the
a-
debate?
You think that's going to determine who you? Wait, so you're saying there's more credibility in the internet polls?
Yes, because I think that if you're watching a debate and if people go on, if they vote, did this person win a debate or not? Did Hillary win or did Trump win? Right? Then if people
Internet
just want to
polls for any question, even the polls themselves, if they usually say for entertainment purposes only. Like there's nothing scientific about an internet poll. The
Well, then
people who are answering the question are self-selected because they're willing to go online and go to their favorite website. You think a Fox News poll online is going to be an accurate assessment of how the general public thinks?
who won the MSNBC poll?
I have no idea. I haven't looked at it.
I think that let's find out. I'd be curious.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll tell you. I would bet it's if it's a scientifically conducted poll, it says Hillary Clinton. If it's a web-based poll, it says Hillary Clinton.
I think the only one she won was CNN.
Well, and again, CNN's the only one who did a real poll about it.
So
They
I
didn't
guess
just have it on the internet. They called people up because CNN does real polls. Like they have normal tracking polls.
Steven,
Yeah.
what do you think?
About what?
But I mean, so
Wait, about what?
who won the? If
I already said Hillary
you
won.
thought Hillary won, but
Yeah.
do you think the public? Who do you think the public thought won the poll? I get or the debate.
Hillary.
But I think that what Devin and I are talking about is that if you look at the polls, Stephen or Devin saying that the only quote unquote, and I shouldn't say quote unquote, the only scientifically done poll was the CNN one, where they called people after the debate was over, correct, Devin? And they took a sample size of Republicans, Democrats, or undecided, right? Asked them.
Okay, so the Drudge Report had Trump winning by like 86%. Breitbart had Trump winning by 75%.
Very
Fox
conservative.
News.
Those very conservative sites. Go.
I know, that's my point.
So
That's why you can't trust internet polls, because they're too targeted.
but then there's other polls too, right? There's like the God.
No, like I'm serious. I think the only company that did an actual poll about this was CNN, because most companies just do a post-debate poll on who they're going to vote for. They don't ask you who won the debate, because that's too specific. Usually something like Quinnipiac or other polls, they just keep with their same polling questions of who are you going to vote for in November. And even from that, Hillary's gotten a bounce.
But the only one that did a scientific poll was CNN.
Yeah, and they said Hillary won.
But would you agree with that CNN tends to lean?
Oh yeah, I would think CNN in general leans liberal, but again, that might. I mean, I don't know how they asked the question in the poll or who they called or how they got their call list, but
still biased.
I'll agree CNN leans liberal, but I think their polling is, when you're comparing it to online polls from other conservative websites, theirs is probably more accurate.
Yeah,
Which it doesn't matter, because there's no one's going to vote on who won the debate. It's just going to sway your vote in general. So,
but
you can have an opinion on who you think won the debate, and it's just as valid as someone else, because there is no winner or loser.
He's seen a bounce since the debate.
According to what?
She has.
No, he has.
So see, now we're going to have to argue about what polls we're using.
Yeah, no, see, okay, everyone shut up. So from an outside perspective, somebody who doesn't give a shit about polls, has never has his entire life, that's exactly what this is coming down to, is two different people looking at two different sets of data, and one saying one person is doing good, the other one saying the other person is doing good. It all depends on what data you're looking at.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if, the leaning of this versus that, but, that's why it's all horseshit. That's why I fucking hate politics. It's all horseshit.
So
Fuck.
I think one of the best places to look, and I don't know if you ever use 538, the website. They do a lot of cool statistical analysis on a bunch of different things. They've been doing a chance of who will win the presidency overall. Like, they use that based on state by state polls to analyze who's most likely to get enough states to get enough electoral votes. And let's see, their most current analysis says that Hillary has a 63% chance of winning in November. So, and that's largely based on the fact that it looks like Florida is now a little bit blue, because before Trump was ahead in Florida. So if you just swing a little bit in one of the swing, like if you just go up a little bit in the polls in one of the swing states, that's a huge difference in the outcome of the election.
I'm looking at the same website that you're looking at, right? See polls and forecasts.
So just real quick, a while ago, Ben, you said, "Oh, what did MSNBC poll? What happened there?" Yeah. I've been trying to find that, and all I found so far is something from NBCnews.com, and it was an article called "Poll: Majority of Voters Say Clinton Won First Presidential Debate." Trump spins debate as win, but polls show most voters think he lost, and then the poll shows that 52% think that Clinton won the first debate. 21% said that Trump thought that Trump won the debate, and then 26% said that neither won the debate. So there you go. There's some more random data for everyone to think about.
Okay.
It's so weird. It's just a fucking weird time, man.
It is. It's fucking bizarre, because it's not politicians anymore. It's a politician and it's a fucking clown.
No,
it's a reality show star.
Yeah,
it's nonsense. Two uber famous people that we're talking about.
Yeah,
this isn't like when President Obama came on the scene at the convention and just burst on and gave his speech, and then that was his coming out party. That's not like this.
Both of these candidates have huge trunks of baggage, lots of baggage. Like, everyone knows the names. Everyone knows those two names, Trump and Clinton. Like, there's a lot that goes with that. And both candidates should be doing their best to break out of those molds. And I don't think either of them are. No. But the problem there is that Clinton's mold is that of a politician, and Trump's mold is that of an entertainer. And you don't want an entertainer as your president. I don't.
Yeah, you're right.
But you don't.
Some people do.
Well, yeah, obviously.
lifelong politician as your president either necessarily.
They know how to play the game.
That's the problem. If it was someone else other than Hillary running, I think the Democratic nominee would easily beat Trump.
They'd be running the fuck away right now. Like they would be crushing them if it wasn't for it being Hillary. But
so you're saying like put up first speech Obama versus Trump. You're saying that Obama would just be a runaway crushing win.
Yeah. Not even close. If this is
Obama was running, if he could run for a third term, he would win easily.
If this is Obama,
his approval ratings right now, and the way, even when he's just campaigning for Hillary, when he's on the campaign trail, he is always like himself. Like he has some bad times when he's giving press, conferences about tragic things that happen, and people say, "Oh, he's not passionate enough about fighting terrorism." When he's on the campaign trail, he is his old self, and he would kill in a debate with Trump. Obviously, I think Hillary did a good job, but he would destroy Trump in a debate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Do I agree with President Obama's politics? 99% of the time, absolutely not. Do I think he's a fucking strong debater and a very intelligent man? Yes. I do think that he's a lifelong politician. He's been not necessarily in the public light, but he's always been a civil servant as far back as, he was, working for Chicago and doing all that stuff. And then a senator, and he worked his way up the ladder the way that a politician maybe should come up. But, Devin, I kind of disagree with you. I think third term Obama it's probably 50-50. Maybe 51-49. I think if you bounce back 8 years and if you bring in 2008 Obama, he kills him. He absolutely.
That's the thing is, I think Obama, when he's on the campaign trail, is 2008 Obama. I think he's got the baggage of his 8 years of his presidency, so it would be different. But I think the way he presents himself as he still comes off as an inspirational leader, and I think especially a way that Hillary never can. I think if he was running for his third term, he'd at least be 5 to 10 points ahead of Trump right now in the polls.
I don't know. I have to disagree.
Let's take another little break here and kind of.
I gotta pee and get some more to drink. Can I do that on this live feed?
Yeah, just do it real fast. This is the BS Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Dominguez. Sitting 145 miles north of me, planning our next bonus show is my co-host,
Devin Kraft.
Hey, man. So what's our next bonus show?
I thought we would do a metal jam session where I play the harmonica and you play the guitar.
Trivium covers only?
Sure.
I wonder if Bridie could do a ballet to that.
Patreon.com/BS Podcast Network.
Where are we at time-wise?
We're at the 50-minute mark, but I started the timer late, so I think we're like at 55 or close to an hour.
Okay. So he shouldn't have taken a break now. He should have just fucking held it in his vagina bladder and waited another 15 minutes until we took a real break.
Well, that's Devin for you. Hey, look, we can look at his house right now. Look at
we can't because you haven't gotten rid of the fucking... Oh, that's delay. God damn it.
It's just a fucking delay, man. Chill out.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I?
All this stuff is really. I think the last two shows that we've done.
Yeah.
I got a shit ton of comments, personally back about the Iota show, and a lot of people fucking dug it.
Good. You hear that, Iota? They love you.
Yeah, Iota brought a perspective that we can never bring, and that's why I wanted to bring him on the show.
Speaking of Iota's perspective, in the comments he says, "Hey, he's black. Got my vote." Happy face. Gotta stick with your brother.
I feel like I've been. Why are you zooming in on Devin's house?
I did that a long time ago.
Oh, let's bump my microphone. God, I'm such a fucking douchebag.
Would you get your shit straight, please?
But I don't want this to come off like I'm defending Trump. I'm not.
Kind of sounds like it.
Someone has to play the other side, right?
No, fuck that guy.
No.
It doesn't have to be equal. It doesn't. That guy's a fucking idiot.
Steven, but...
He doesn't deserve to be up there with other politicians of greatness. He's a fucking racist asshole that has no, doesn't need to be anywhere near the fucking White House. Fuck that guy.
She's just as scary as he is.
She is. No, fuck you. She is not just as scary as he is. Is she perfect? No. Is she going to be fucking great? No. Is she just as scary as fucking Trump? No fucking way. I'd rather have three of her than one fucking Trump.
So Ben, you said that she is as scary as Trump?
I know.
That is exactly what you said. Don't fucking backpedal like Trump.
I think that the reason I think she's scary is because she's been asked some very direct questions about some stuff that should be really easy to answer, and she doesn't answer them. And I
see what you're saying. She absolutely has her baggage, but what type of things? Like when she's asked about her email, or when she's asked about the Clinton Foundation,
Benghazi, the foundation, all those things are like, why didn't she just fucking come out and say it?
You're right, but in what way does that make her as bad as him?
But
like her protecting her political future, maybe making some bad choices on how to do that, but the way she did it, again, yeah, she should be labeled a liar for the way she handled it, but she's lying about things that really
don't matter that much
for politicians to lie about, which I guess isn't great that we accept that, but I just think that with the crazy shit he says, that, like Stephen was saying, the racist, mean things he says makes him way more dangerous than her, because she's definitely going to be a very secretive president, which is terrible. But if there's that's still not as dangerous as having him, who is going to make, if he actually does what he says and goes against all these trade deals. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the point. If he actually does what he says,
because he has the ability to seriously injure the world economy, do crazy shit with our military, has nuclear power. He can screw things up pretty bad. I mean, again, like we're saying, hopefully it could be a test of checks and balances, but he really does have the potential to do bad things. And just because she lies about a few things, the things she lies about aren't things that really ultimately go to the safety of America. I feel like she is going to be really good when it comes to foreign policy, because she has the experience and knowledge of what's going on in the world, and she's somewhat of a hawk. I mean, she's probably going to be more active than Obama is when it comes to fighing terrorism and sending troops places.
Just real quick, when you say hawk, is that a political term, like for a type of politician, or are you just calling her a bird?
No. When you call a politician a hawk, it means they're more willing to use military force in the world.
Okay. See, and this is why I don't have a huge problem with Hillary. As I said before, I don't really follow politics. I don't really care for it, because it's a bunch of people playing their own game, right? If you're a politician, you lie about things, you do things to get your way, you do deals, like all this stuff. That's not, how we used to think of what politicians are. And I don't care for that. And that's why I don't follow it. But all of that kind of stuff is, to me, much more preferable than the fucking racist idiot. Like the two are not on the same level at all.
Well,
whatsoever.
Okay. So one thing to, since we have been bashing Trump a lot, one of the best
Fuck that guy. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. But the couple parts where I think Hillary did have some trouble with the debate was when they talked about TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which is a trade agreement she has praised in the past. Mm-hmm. And she's always praised it. And Trump said, oh, well, until I started criticizing it, you were for it. And now that I criticized it and got, some votes because of that, now you're criticizing it. He's wrong, because I believe it was Bernie Sanders who criticized it, and that's why Hillary Clinton went back on it. That is totally something that she's lying about. She first of all, because she understands the importance of trade agreements globally, because she has said that she likes the agreement, and when she's president, she's going to uphold that agreement. She is just saying that she's against TPP because right now in this political atmosphere with Trump and Bernie Sanders pulling her further to the left, she has to say that. But she was caught in the debate. Her answer for that was terrible. There you go. There's a little bit against Hillary.
If Trump had been a better debater, if it had been,
he would have pushed her. He should have pushed her on it. But he can't push anything on specifics at all. He has no idea what these trade agreements say. He was asked specifically, how are you going to bring jobs back to the United States? Because you keep saying, oh, look at all these jobs that have gone away. But he can't say that. His answer to that was, well, I wouldn't have them leave in the first place. It's like, okay, but that's not going to get the people who are here without their job because the factory moved to Mexico their job back. And you're not going to bring that factory back. So really, you're not going to do what you say is the problem. You're not going to fix the problem as you see it.
Can I play a Trump quote?
Please do. Yeah, we're almost at the end here. Please do.
This isn't a Trump quote from the debate, but this is an actual quote from a paper interview that Trump did.
It would take an hour and a half to learn everything there is to learn about missiles. I think I know most of it anyway. My wife, Ivana, is a brilliant manager. I will pay her $1 a year and all the dresses she can buy.
I want to preface this because
misogynist fuck.
Marsh is in the chat. He's just like, fight. And I don't like people hearing us fucking just go back and forth and fight.
No, I think this is good because we're not really fighting. Like, they should read our texts if they want to see us really fight.
Oh yeah, shit gets real. Yeah.
No, this is fun fighting. I like this.
Fun fighting.
I'm not.
What I do for a living, fun fight.
I'm not trying to. I'm not going to vote for Trump. I'm probably.
I was going to vote for Gary Johnson.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and I feel like I have been such a big proponent of Hillary Clinton lately, mostly because I hate Trump, not necessarily because I like her. Yeah. That I now feel like, well, yeah, I should just vote for her. I've argued in her favor for quite a while now, so I might as well live up to what I'm saying and vote for her. So I probably vote for her.
Steven.
Yeah. Although actually, which is weird because seriously, I'm more of a libertarian. Anyway.
Steven.
Yes, sir.
Trump might be a racist fuck.
Misogynist too. Sexist. Homophobe. Go ahead.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Gary Johnson may be the dumbest person to ever run for president.
No.
I don't know who that is.
Devin, he's fucking stupid. He was on CNN. They asked him a direct question. Can you give us your favorite foreign leader? He couldn't come up with one.
No. So that was a case. I actually think that's unfair because he was on MSNBC.
Wait, Devin, wait.
What?
Steven.
Yeah.
Can you name one foreign leader? Leader other than a politician in the United States. Can you name one?
Yeah, Putin.
There you go. Devin, that's all he had to say.
He can't say he admires Putin.
Why not?
Because Trump's already cornered the market on that.
He couldn't even
He should have said, he should have gone with Trudeau. That's an easy one.
That's
Fox.
I was trying to think of Trudeau, but
he was trying to think of Vicente Fox. That's right. He's like the old president of Mexico. He was on MSNBC with Chris Matthews, and if you listen to that interview, Chris Matthews did something that is kind of unfair, and he's done it. He did it to Trump too. When Trump said that women should be punished for getting abortions, it was because Chris Matthews kept hounding him on it.
Yeah.
But if you listen to that interview, he's like, name a foreign leader. Name a foreign leader right now. No, don't think about it. Just name a foreign leader. He was being a total dick. And when somebody does that to you, your brain freezes up. At least mine does. If someone's acting that way to me. So I kind of give him Gary Johnson a pass on that one.
Yeah, but do you
want the
want
Aleppo thing? Not necessarily.
Do you want
Gary push the button. Gary push the button. Gary push the button.
Well, wait.
Shit! What am I supposed to do? And he just pushes the button.
No. Your exact example, Ben, is the opposite. Some shit would be going down where the button needs to be pushed, and he'd go, I don't know what to do, and he just wouldn't press anything.
And then someone else pushes it with his thumb.
I mean, you could say that showed that he doesn't do well under pressure because he lets other people boss him around.
Yeah, you don't want that kind of president.
I actually think he's a little too honest because the whole Aleppo thing, he honestly said, what is Aleppo? Because he didn't know. He should have said, can you be more specific with your question? And then hopefully...
can you be more specific with your question?
Because then what the guy asking the question would have said is, what would you do about the refugees? And he might not even have said Syria, but at least saying refugees would have given, hopefully, Gary Johnson a hint that he's talking about the Syrian refugee crisis, and he would have answered it. But instead, he's like, what is Aleppo? And he and then after that interview, like right after the interview, he was interviewed and they asked him like, is this, was that like what happened there? And he's like, I just didn't know what it was. I forgot. I guess that's pretty bad. Like he's too honest. He's not a good politician.
Yeah, but you don't.
But he's not. He's like again. I'm probably not going to vote for him. But I agree with his philosophy more than I do either the other two.
Okay, Ben is now miming jerking off a very small dick right into his mouth.
Smoking the Chibba too much. That guy's a fucking stoner.
Oh, he probably is. Yeah, he's wacky. If you see some interviews with him, he does things that he thinks are funny, like he does bits, and they come off as just weird and awkward, and he thinks they're coming off as funny.
So here's what it comes down to. We're going to keep talking about this on Patreon, on the Patreon bonus episode.
I vote that we should stay on YouTube though while we record it, but that's.
I vote. I'm with Devin.
Sure. I'm not the fucking czar of this podcast.
How many people are listening?
We got people interacting. I don't want to.
We got 5 people. 5 people are watching us right now.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's stay on. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's @BDorts. If you want to find this show, it's @Pure BS Podcast. Go to the BS Podcast Network, Devin, and listen to all the great shows on there.
Especially Science Faction.
No, Science Faction. Fuck that show.
That's the best show on the network.
It's the most downloaded show. It's not necessarily the best.
There was an internet poll that voted it the best show on the network. I just conducted it. One vote.
I think it was conducted on Science Faction.
Totally scientific.
I think some people would vote that is real stupid. Anyways.
What, the one, your one fan?
Hey, Steven.
Yes, sir.
He's gay, so he counts more. If you click on the Amazon link and buy
some kind of reverse homophobe? What the fuck just happened?
Steven, how can they get at you?
You can find me at SteveZero on Twitter. Good luck with that. You can go to our website, StevenDominguez.com. Read some of my writing shenanigans. You come into Science Faction Podcast with my side bitch, Devin Kraft. We talk about science and science fiction every week. Science for half the show, science fiction for the other half. Devin, you go. What do you do?
Science Faction Podcast, which I do with my other side bitch, Steven Dominguez.
Who's your first side bitch?
You recycling motherfucker. Come up with a better line than that. Call me your beard.
My beard. It's too much. He's too hairy to be my beard.
You want to see some hair?
Shave him.
I'll show you my butthole right now.
He's a bear.
I would be a bear. I've had. Never mind.
What'd I be?
You're
seal?
You're a shaved otter.
An otter.
Anyways.
End the shit.
Devin.
Good night.
Devin, what's Aleppo? What's Aleppo? Devin, what's Aleppo?
So if you're listening to this on YouTube, stay tuned for the second half on YouTube. And if you're not, then go to patreon.com/BS Podcast Network. Give us $1 and you can hear the other side.
It'll be better than that, what we just did.
Until next time, I'm endorsed.
Steven Dominguez.
Devin Kraft.
Fuck.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, now I have to piss.
Yeah. Okay, so let's all take a quick break.
Are we doing
here.
a live stinger?
Yeah, you stupid.
Thank you for that, Steven and Ben.
Thank you for that, Stephen and Ben.